What is up, everybody? Welcome to Dizzy Sports, the only sports commentating channel thing with a commentator with a last name that'll make you dizzy. My name is Noah Dizinius, and today we're going to be talking about my Week 4 NFL predictions. Now, before we get into it, obviously there's more things. Let's talk about, first, the MLB, because the playoffs are going crazy right now. Every team got swept. Marlins swept. The Rangers swept. I forgot who it was. Oh my goodness! I have to look it up, and then it's gonna be a problem. And I really shouldn't be doing this in the middle of a recording, but I will do it for you guys. Baseball playoffs. I didn't look up playoffs. Gosh, diggity darn it. Yeah, so the Phillies swept the Marlins, the Diamondbacks swept the Brewers, the Jays lost to the Twins, which haven't happened in like 20 years. The Rangers lost or won against the Rays, and they swept them. Like, all of these teams that won didn't just like win in 3 games, they swept them convincingly. Really? Come on, you guys are all playoff teams. I'm expecting more fun. Hopefully the NLDS and the ALDS are more exciting than this. Anyway, we're not talking about baseball right now. I'll continue my conversation about baseball as weeks go on, but because I do also want to talk about baseball on this channel when I can. But we are talking about football right now because football is going on, and let's see my record from last week. I'm gonna put NA for Thursday night because I was not making a video on that, but I got the Jags one right. That's one. Did I get the Colts? I think I put the Colts over the Rams, so I'm gonna say 1-1. And I definitely did put the Ravens or the Browns over the Ravens, so that's 1-2. 1-3. Yeah, 1-2. 2-3. 2-3. 2-4. I think 2-5. Wow, I did really bad. Okay, no, 3-5, 4-5. There it is. 5-5, 6-5, 7-5. Okay. All right. I went 11-5 in predictions last week, which is pretty good, and I think that means that I am the word that you should be listening to. I am the only guru. I am the person you should be listening to when you're talking about football. I am the one you should be listening to. That was a joke. Okay. As I'm recording this, the Bears are up 27-3 at halftime. Justin Fields looks electric. DJ Moore had a crazy first quarter, but I don't know. I don't trust them. They blew a 21-point lead last week, and they had the exact same stat line, basically. Justin Fields looked crazy, threw for three or four touchdowns, and threw for something crazy, 250 to 300 yards, and then he looked like doo-doo in the second half because they put the pedal off the gas. I feel like they'll do that again. I'm going to pick the Commanders to come back. 24 points and win. Let's say 30-27, they'll win. I will regret that soon, but that's okay. Alright, so our next game is Jaguars-Bills. I think the Bills are on a tear that no other team can focus on. Ever since my Jets have kicked their ass Monday night without Aaron Rodgers, it's like Josh Allen was just like, oh, alright, bet, and just became a different human being. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's a monster right now, and I think he continues to do this. Let's say the Bills win 33-27. Lock it in. Saints Patriots. You all know I'm a Jets fan, which means I cannot root for the Patriots. That is physically illegal. So I will say the Saints will win 9-6. This is definitely going to be a defensive game anyway. So let's just pick the Saints to win a game that no one wants to watch anyway. The Titans and the Colts. This is an interesting matchup because AR is looking amazing on the ground, at least,
and he's flashing potential through the air. And the Titans' defense is pretty good, and I think they're really good against the run. So I think they'll spell some trouble for AR, and I think that Anthony Richardson will have his first mess up game, his first womp womp, one touchdown, 3 interceptions, or something like that. So I'm gonna say that the Titans win 24-10, and they cruise along, become a better team. I don't think the Titans are necessarily a good team. I just think the Colts are due for an Anthony Richardson, not regression, but just showing of the NFL, right? Like how I don't know why I'm doing it like this. How tenacious it could be, how aggressive it can be. I think that he's in for a game like that. Whether he shows adversity for it, I don't know. But I'm going to lean against it. He's a rookie. He's new. He's still learning the system. Let's say that the Titans win, and a clear win. The Ravens against the Steelers. Now, this is harder than it looks. While you might say, well, the Steelers suck. Matt Canada can't run an offense, which is correct. And the defense is getting exhausted because they're staying out there so long because Matt Canada can't run anything other than 3 and outs. That is correct. The problem is these AFC North matchups are always just inhumane. They are never correct. They are never right. They are always wonky and fought with such tenacity. I swear to God, it's crazy. This is going to be a low-scoring one. I still will pick the Ravens though, because no matter how bad the Ravens defense is torn up by injuries, which I think they will get, because it's been a little bit since they have been, right? I think the Steelers' offense is still so bad, so I'm gonna say Ravens win. Let's say 21-14. Very low score, pretty low scoring. Panthers and Lions. I think this is going to be a very clear cut blowout. The Lions will win. The Panthers are not a good team. And Bryce Young is struggling as a rookie. And it's at Detroit. And Detroit just crushes at home. I really don't think there's any sense where you can say that the Panthers won't win. Or not the Panthers. The Lions won't win. Sorry, wrong cat. I'm gonna say the Lions win 35-14. Just stomp on them. Just like one of those lantern flies you see. You just gotta stomp on them. Okay, Texans and Falcons. This seems like a closer. I think this is a closer game than people are making it out to be, because people are like, "Oh, well, C.J. Stroud is really good right now. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, D'Amico Ryans. I don't know why I forgot your name, man. I'm sorry. C.J. Stroud, all of them. They're looking great, but it's at home with the Falcons, and I don't think that. I think it's been a little bit since the Falcons. I think they need a bounce back, and I think that Houston is the best bounce back they have. So this is a very hard matchup for me. I'm still gonna go with the Texans. I just think it's gonna be a harder fought battle. I think it's gonna be a closer game than some people might think, and so I'm gonna pick the Texans to win 28-24. Very close. Excuse me. It very much can't be not close, if that makes sense. That didn't make any English, but that's fine. The next game we have is the Giants and the Dolphins. The defensive coordinator literally said in an interview that he can't get any sleep because of how much the Dolphins score. I think the Dolphins win here, 42-15. I'm just saying, right there, 42-15, that makes a lot of sense to me. Even though I am a New Yorker and I still don't mind the Giants, I can't root for them when their O-line lets up franchise record sacks on Monday Night Football and can't even let their $40 million quarterback throw a touchdown He can only throw 95 plus yard pick sixes. That's like his bread and butter. We're gonna move on to the Bengals Cardinals game. What's going on to like any Bengals fan that's like around? What's going on? Why is Zach Taylor keeping Joe Burrow in if he has a calf injury this bad? I would rather just throw in a QB2 and have him run with the ones. Just have him run with them for practice. Have him play a few games. Let Joe Burrow get healthy and let them get back and claw at a playoff spot later in the year. Throw him in now, risking him for more injury is not a good idea. Yet Zach Taylor still does it. And on the other side, the Cardinals are looking better than we all thought they were. They're playing good against good teams. Gannon looks like a great head coach. Joshua Dobbs looks like a god sometimes. I mean, he's playing competent quarterback play, which we didn't think he would ever be able to do, considering the fact that he joined the team 3 weeks before the season. And, I mean, James Conner looks so good. Like, it's baffling to see the Cardinals' success. And the Bengals are so low right now, I really think that the Cardinals will win this week. And this is panic time for the Bengals. Like, you have to start panicking. What is going on? But enough of that depressing showcase. We got the Eagles and the Rams. Now, I do have Jalen Hurts in fantasy, so I hope that tush push comes in handy. Please, I want to win. Anyway, sorry, a little fantasy tangent there. But the Eagles and the Rams actually is a good game because Matthew Stafford has been doing really well, and so is Puka Nacua, of course. If Cooper Kupp can come in, I think Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp will be a great 1-2 punch. I don't think it'll be like Cooper Kupp will move Puka Nacua to the side. I don't really think that. Even though they're playing similar roles, I think that Puka Nacua can, if he's had this much adversity, to go from a late round draft pick that we're not really even thinking about into a Cooper Kupp-like player, I think he has the tenacity to play a different slot receiver other than a slot receiver mainly, and having a Cooper Kupp or a Cooper Kupp-like set of routes and route running. I think he has the ability to change that and change the offense. I don't think it's going to be a Cooper Kupp shoves him out. I think it's going to be a Cooper Kupp and him, and then the offense is going to go ballistic. But we still have to wait. Even though Kupp was not limited in practice, I don't think I trust him for this week. I think next week is a good gauge for him. So that's why I would pick the Eagles. I think that the Eagles defense was suspect last week, and they've kind of been coasting. Like, their offense has been coasting, and so has their defense. Kind of just been coasting and running along. I wouldn't be surprised if they got socked in their mouth here, but I think they'll pull away. No, you know what? No, I will pick the upset of the week. This is my upset of the week. Rams winning against the Eagles. 17-16. Rams win. Lock it in. Next game we have up is the Jets and the Broncos. Okay, now as a Jets fan, I can go off on a lot of tangents, especially with this game because Sean Payton threw a lot of shade at Nathaniel Hackett. I can throw a lot of shade back, but I'm not really going to, right? Because I don't want to start a bounty, right? You know, and it's not, it doesn't look good, you know. So I'm gonna keep it civil, nice, and let's keep it low here. The Jets will beat the Broncos, though. I genuinely think that. As an outsider, I think that because their defense is so bad with Vance Joseph, and they haven't even made any plans or moves to fire him in any light. They haven't even said, like, hey, we're kind of considering a DC option, maybe an intern DC option. No, they're just like, he's doing a fine job. No, he's not. They're not even saying he's doing a fine job. They're shutting up, which means they're looking for someone new. But for next year, but they're probably going to keep him until like later in this year. I think Zach Wilson has a continuous good game. I think he throws for like 200 plus yards, like 2 touchdowns, like he did against KC. I think the offense will run well. I just don't necessarily think that the Broncos can really catch up with the Jets, right? I offensively compared to their defenses. I think that in a clean slate, Broncos offense is definitely better than the Jets, especially with Zach Wilson compared to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's been playing out of his freaking mind, even though his team has been losing him and outscoring him defensively. It's crazy. That's the reason why I picked the Jets here. If Zach Wilson can move off of what he did in KC on Sunday night, and the defense can pretty much lock up Russell Wilson, I think they'll have a fine time. I think this will be a 28-21 victory for the Jets, and I think it solidifies really that Zach Wilson is coming of age as a quarterback, and he's making better reads. Then again, it is against the Broncos defense. It's not really a thing, but it's not like definitive, but you understand. All right, we're gonna move on to the next game, which is Chiefs-Vikings. Whew. This isn't a hard one. This is going to be a massacre. Sorry, Vikings fans, which I am one. The Jets sucked for a long time, and in 2019, I really liked the Minnesota defense and their run game with Kirk Cousins, so I decided to be a fan of them. And I've been stuck for 4 years now, so I'm in the loop with you, Minnesota. And, yeah, the Chiefs will blow us out. Definitely. I don't think this is going to be a good game, like, to watch. I think this is going to be, because I think it's going to be like, excuse me, I am very tired. I shouldn't be. I'm sorry. I think the Chiefs are going to play well in the first half, and then Kirk Cousins will maybe he'll throw an interception, and that'll lead to more scoring for the Chiefs. And then the Chiefs will just stat pad. I think this will be like a 43-27 victory for the Chiefs. Nothing that they should be worrying about. And they get the W and move on. Next, we got what is my opinion is the game of the week. This is going to be a great game to watch Sunday night. It is the Cowboys versus the 49ers. This is Sunday Night Football. Like, Chiefs-Jets, that would have been fun if Aaron Rodgers was there instead of Zach, even though seeing Zach play like an actual quarterback, and the voice crack, and the ref ball, that was fun or entertaining. It's not really that, and Monday Night Football hasn't really been good. I mean, we just had Monday night. Let's see what primetime games we've had. We've had blowout, actually good game, blowout, good defensive game, which no one likes actually watching. Boring blowout. That was kind of the Steelers-Raiders game was a weird one. I'm not gonna lie, but that was really it. And boring defensive game. Nick Chubb got injured. Okay, the last one that was actually good, I will admit, was Vikings-Eagles. Vikings-Eagles was actually a good game. Other than that, I'm sorry. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers got injured. Cowboys spread open the Giants' cheeks, paws, and then Lions-Chiefs was actually a good game as well. So, we've only had we've had 2 good primetime games. The rest have been blowouts or defensive battles. So I'm really excited for this Cowboys-49ers game. But other than that, right, let's talk about the actual game itself. The 49ers, I think they'll win this one. I think they'll win this one because I think that Christian McCaffrey, you can't beat him. You really can't. You can try. You can run, you can hide, but run CMC will just run and hide with you, find you, throw you out of your hiding spot, and throw you into the end zone as he runs into it. Christian McCaffrey will just own you. And Brock Purdy is such a good quarterback in that system. I mean, no. The Cowboys will not win this game. As much as I want to say they will. And I think that it'll be a good game, but I don't think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a great game. Still think the 49ers will take it away, though. Let's say a 28-27 victory for the 49ers. A very tight game. This is going to be a great game. So I'll say something very close like that. A 1-point deficit. And next up, we got the Packers and the Raiders. Now, the Packers just lost on Thursday night. They lost to the Lions, and they had a pretty bad loss. Their offensive line and their defensive line didn't play a great game, and that wasn't really on Jordan Love, their new rookie quarterback. But I think that they can pull it together because the Raiders, oh boy, Chandler Jones has been on his best Antonio Brown impersonation, saying increasingly crazier and crazier shit, and he's going off the deep end, and I really hope for the best for him. Like, honestly, I hope he gets the help he needs. But this is that moment in every season where there's hype for the Raiders. They win 1 or 2 games, then a player gets arrested, then they lose a bunch of games, then they get a high draft pick, then there's hype, then they win again. Or then they win like the first 2 games. That's the cycle. We are in the player gets arrested category right now, and they start losing. I think the Raiders will probably be trading Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs very soon, if not before this offseason, definitely this offseason. And so with that, I really think, and the Raiders defense being Swiss cheese, Raiders lose. This is going to be Green Bay's win. Let's say 35-21 Green Bay. And with that, that is my NFL Week 5 predictions. So lock it in. I got the Packers over the Raiders. I got the Niners over the Cowboys. I got the Chiefs over the Vikings. I got the Jets over the Broncos. No bias. I got the Rams over the Eagles, my upset of the week. I got the Cardinals over the Bengals. That's not really an upset. That's just facts. I got the Dolphins over the Giants. I got the Texans over the Falcons. I got the Lions over the Panthers. I got the Ravens over the Steelers. Almost forgot that one. I got the Titans over the Colts. I got the Saints over the Patriots, no bias. I got the Bills over the Jags, and I got the Commanders over the Bears, even though they are losing right now very badly. It is okay, because I think they'll pull it through. I think they got it. We'll see if I'm wrong by the end of the night. I will probably post a YouTube short that will be like, no, I was not right. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you all for having me on to talk about this, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.